What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Natsume Yuujinchou, this time with season 6 episode 4. Decent start to the season. Definitely hasn't started quite as strong as previous seasons. I do think the first episode was absolutely phenomenal. These last two have been good, but probably in my kind of lower echelon of Natsume episodes, which isn't saying too much considering I pretty much love every episode. But yeah, certainly a couple of the weaker episodes in my opinion so far, but I'm looking forward to seeing this one as we have got a bit of Natori, which I'm always a fan of. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments though. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. But yeah, the last couple of episodes just haven't been, especially coming off of last season, which was probably my favourite season, where almost every episode was brilliant. These last couple have just been good. They don't stand out quite as much. Not really sure what to think with the movies, to be honest with you. I did see that the ratings for the 50-minute movie are quite a lot lower than the average for the series, which is a bit surprising considering it's like the length of 2 episodes or slightly more. But the I guess it makes sense that the longer one is a bit higher rated and higher regarded by fans, I think. That one's, I think, just over 2 hours. To be honest with you, I don't mind 2-hour movies. I mean, I literally just watched Sinners last week, which was like 2 and a bit hours. But like, I wanna watch like, I've seen all the Mission Impossible movies, and I want to watch Dead Reckoning, but just like knowing I've got to sit down for 3 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes, I think exactly, is just like a long time. A long time to not have anything to do. I guess it's where you can find time, but so yeah, I much preferred when I was like growing up like 90-minute movies. Like I always feel like they're the best paced. Did he buy his seat? Still, go sensor. Oh yeah, it probably is. And then no one else can see this yokai on him. Or whatever you want to call it. Not sure it is a yokai exactly. And his voice actor fits that perfectly. Might as well. The thing I said I go to cinema. When I go to cinema, I don't ever buy food just because it is stupidly priced. Like 3 times or 4 times the price of what you can buy it for anywhere else. It really is quite stupid. I always bring my bag. I don't bring food, but I could easily just put some food in my bag, and take it in, but I don't. I usually eat before I go to the cinema. And I do find if I do buy popcorn or something from the cinema, it's usually gone by the time the movie actually starts. Oh, here is A girl? A Scottish fold cat? Is that what he is? You know what? It makes a lot of sense if Yanko's Scottish, to be honest with you. That makes a lot of sense. So we see this woman in the preview. She looked quite a bit like the Matabo woman that works with him. So I thought it was her initially, but I guess it's not. Kimochi Arui. It's a little bit gross in this house, is it? It's a lot of umbrellas. She a yokai? So do you. No, I guess she's not a yokai. How does she know he's got a weird presence there? I wouldn't call Natsume's presence weird. I'd call it almost like it's almost like a lack of presence a little bit. To normal people, that is. It's quite meager and quiet and reserved. Which is not all that weird in Japan. Doing this after it just rained is asking for trouble, I think. Ew. Really? Why is that? They are. What the hell's that about? It's like some kind of curse? Well, they're just rocks. Oh shit. Smiley face rocks. Oh shit, what was that? Oh, good catch, Tori. What are you doing here? They know each other. Okay. Oh well, of course that was who the note was for earlier, I assume. The thing now is, I'm assuming she knows about yokai, considering the fact that, yeah, she just heard like Yanko just gave himself away like that, talking in front of someone. Oh, she's now just seen a talking cat, so. Oh shit. He recently lost the ability to see them. So what's the deal with the rocks? Like I said, is that some kind of curse someone's put on it in the house or something? Someone's, I mean, they've obviously been placed there, haven't they? Like, how unusual is it to see rocks up there? Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, Natalie's very much not like the rest of the Exorcists, is he? However, I get what he's. Yeah. It must be hard in the position he's in, being kind of. I mean, I know he's not a yokai, but it is like he's like kind of half yokai, half human. He's got a foot in it, stepped in each of the realms. So I mean, the natural enemy of yokai, the exorcist, the people that kill them essentially. Obviously, you'd feel a certain way about dealing with them, and even befriending them, like Natari. But again, Natari is a bit of an exception with these guys, isn't he? He's actually a good person. Not to say Mataba or that old lady aren't good people, but like he actually seems to sometimes pay attention to how a yokai might feel, whereas a lot of others wouldn't even spare a second thought. Interesting point he brings up there as well. I got a feeling like this old lady is involved in this somehow. Maybe she's possessed or something. Like how bait is this? You lure him to the end of the corridor. You let him walk in like that. She definitely locked him in there. She can't even see her. Okay, so it is the old lady. Yeah, I know. Very good. He doesn't know about the Book of Friends, does he? Makes sense that she wouldn't want him to know about it either. What was her deal? Just like pretending to be a maid like this. I mean, it doesn't seem awfully malicious, to be honest with you. Almost just kind of seems like a fantasy she wants to play out or something. Made for someone. I don't know. I have a hard, to be honest, yeah, I do have a hard time believing he didn't hear that. But I would choose to believe him. Like one of those cases for him where he's like he realizes Natsume doesn't want him to know, so he's just yeah. Like some people are very low, kind of not sure what you'd call it, like social or kind of emotional kind of intelligence with stuff like this. They'd be like, oh yeah, I definitely did hear, and I knew it. I know everything about this, and blah blah blah. Well, can you tell me more about it? And like people are very like stupid in that manner, but um, again, I think this is one with Nattery. He did hear. He knows about the Book of Friends. I'm not sure if he really knows what it's about or anything. Again, we haven't really delved into it, but I think he definitely did hear that, didn't he? But just one of those ones where you understand someone has a secret that they don't want other people to know and they don't want you to know. Again, in high school, if this was, again, prime example is high school, where I mean this happened to me a lot, where I'd tell someone something and then it would just go out to everybody, and then everybody like ends up knowing, and so on and so forth. And I'll get into trouble for telling people when I only told my supposed friend, who I told not to tell anyone. It happened plenty of times and happened to many people, but yeah, Nattery obviously again, I think he picked up on this, but as a good guy, he doesn't push any further. He doesn't even wonder, but he probably does wonder what it's like about and such. But he has the kind of intelligence to know, like, you know what, I'll leave it to Natsume to tell me if he wants to tell me, and if he doesn't want to tell me, then I won't ever ask about it. That's just really nice. Like, yeah, just again, just shows us how much of a good guy Nattori is. Really like Nattori. Like I said, he's almost like the big brother figure for me in this series. Hopefully, it feels a bit like that for Natsume as well, and I think it does. But as we kind of discussed earlier on the episode, it's almost like there is that duality of that big brother in a positive light, but also that kind of exorcist side, where it is a bit perhaps controversial for Natsume. Mm. Really, there's both the reason you kind of want to and the reason you don't want to. The reason makes sense. It's kind of the same with, yeah, it does want to put them in any potential danger and such again, I imagine. I almost feel like those rocks were to like, they're almost like scarecrows. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Ah, is that what it is? That would make sense with what I said about them perhaps being scarecrows to ward off other yokai, perhaps. And the yokai, that old lady, actually has good intentions here, but it's just yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, perhaps that as well. Maybe I'm looking at it too nicely. Maybe they're still trying to look after their master. Maybe they're trying to get away from their contract. Oh shit! That one on the left looks like that monster from Silent Hill 4. I forget what it's called. With like the two faces, the two heads. Twin prisoner, is it? The twin prisoners? I mean, it's just an outline, so I can't say it really looks like them. But the um, the one on the right kind of looked like a big head, big head lady. Twin victims, that's the one, not the twin prisoners. I get it mixed up because they're in a prison. But yeah, it kind of looks like these. The outline of that kind of looks like that's a really cool cosplay. Um, yeah, the outline of that kind of looks like this, where like they've got large arm like down the ground, like walk on the arm. It's a really creepy design. Some of the designs in this game are great. Some of them are just awful. Fortunately, the gameplay in that game is quite awful compared to the rest, so not my favourite. But yeah, some really innovative designs and interesting things going on in that game. Yeah, this design here on the left looks like, yeah. Do you guys get to see that? I mean, got the lower arm. It looks like it's got like two heads, potentially up here, and maybe that's based off something. It does tend to be the case, especially in Natsume, but in general with a lot of Japanese kind of games and media in general seems to be based off something, some kind of legend or myth or something. Just reminds me a little bit of oh, what's that James Wan movie? I'm thinking of Malignant. I think it's called, with the girl with the slight spoiler here, but the girl with the, I think, a sister on the back of her head who takes over. Really fun movie that. Oko Watari. Do you know what I was gonna say a minute ago? That's one of my favorite. I don't even really know exactly what the translation is, but that's one of my favorite sayings. To be honest with you, Koko Watari. Not sure why. It just sounds cool. Indeed. That is the strange thing. I feel like she easily could have just dealt with these guys, right? She was here by herself without anybody, like... Could have easily, like, possessed someone or something if you wanted to, surely. Oh, there's another one. Oh, so this is a two-parter. Okay. Sure, we haven't had a two-parter in a while, I don't think, have we? In a while. Bloody hell, when was the last time we had, like, a multiple... a few seasons ago, I think. Good episode, though. I guess that doesn't look like the twin victims. The outline kind of looked a little bit like it. But, yeah, good episode. And I do kind of agree with Natsume here. I think these are just like the I mean, I think we can gather that they are definitely the servants of the exorcist. But yeah, what do you do in this situation where your master is no longer able to see you, but you're still contracted to them? Like, what the hell are you meant to do? It's almost like being in limbo. But I don't think they're actively trying to hurt anybody who lives here. As I said, I feel like those stones were just like, again, like scarecrows of sorts, just to scare away other yokai and to protect from outside sources rather than to deal damage to the inside. Okay, so let's see what we've got to continue this next time. Oh, maybe they are attacking. Two conflicting sentences right there. So when the spell is complete, the house will be doomed. Yeah, Natsume says the familiars and Tsukiko are trying to protect Takuma. So there is a yokai attacking, and the ex or current servants, I guess we call them, are trying to defend the house against that yokai. Is that what's going on? The bound ones. So I think she at least is definitely like on the good side, if you want to call it that. But yeah, interesting goings on here. Again, another good episode. You guys know, as I keep saying, I love a Natori episode, so good seeing a bit of him today. Some really interesting questions asked here, both about the Book of Friends and Natori's kind of knowledge of that, but also I really like this line with comparing it to Taki and her kind of experience with some of the yokai. Where is it? I'm not sure I'll be able to find it, but yeah, I liked a lot of the kind of, I'm not sure if you call it subtext, but the themes of this episode I thought were really interesting again. So very much looking forward to continuing this on next week. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode though down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. And I'll see you guys with episode 5.